Well, people in communities all across Houston are watching closely for how potential budget cuts could impact them.
That includes the Houston community of Acres Homes. Warren Fitzgerald Muhammad, Chairman and CEO of the Acres Homes Chamber of Commerce, is joining us this afternoon to share his thoughts about tonight's town hall. Always good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm pleased to be here.
This meeting is being held in your community. What are the top concerns that you're hearing from Acres Homes residents when it comes to the city budget and potential cuts?
Well, there's a number of things that I've heard, getting input from different community members. Of course, public safety is always at the top of the list. Acres Homes is reportedly at the top of the list in violent crime, so people are concerned with public safety, and also city services, solid waste, infrastructure, disaster preparedness, and disaster services. As you know, the city has had quite a time with certain disasters which cause flooding and loss of power outages. So it's always a concern in the community, what kind of budget is provided to address these services, and especially in times of crisis and in times of disaster. So that's a big thing. Also, summer programs. Summer is upon us. The youth are going to be have a lot of time on their hands, or they're going to be services and programs provided by the city in this budget crisis that's upon us.
Warren, what kind of questions should folks come prepared to ask tonight? How important is it for communities like Acres Homes to have that direct voice in budget discussions? What would you encourage people to ask?
Well, first, I'd encourage people to come out. This is something that I haven't seen very often in my lifetime, and a lifelong resident of Acres Homes, to have an actual budget town hall. I don't think many people really know how a budget is produced, how it's arrived at, how it's approved. I, for one, certainly am not an authority on it. So I think it's very important to have this kind of dialogue on the budget. What goes into the making of a budget, what opportunities there are for the community to have their voice in the making of a budget, and not just after the budget is done, but in terms of what's needed to help the community while the budget is being planned and put together. I want to commend Mr. Hollins for this town hall meeting so that the community would have an opportunity to dialogue concerning this city budget.
Engaging the community is so important. What do you hope city leaders take away from tonight's conversation with your community?
Well, there has to be transparency. And as I just stated, we don't need to get the information after the decisions have been made. The community needs to have an opportunity to participate in the decision-making process. So we do commend Mr. Hollins for this town hall concerning this budget, but we need to be included in the process. So I think our leaders, our so-called leaders, should understand that being a leader is actually being a servant. And you need to have the input and the dialogue and the participation of the community in order to properly serve that community.
Having that community voice is so critical. Warren Fitzgerald Muhammad, Chairman and CEO of the Acres Homes Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you.
Well, the invitation again, and I intend to be at the town hall, and you can count on me speaking up.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your time.